like I said, those beans are looking wonderful.
Well, I'm doing the best that I can. It's not every wolf that can hold a rake.
Why, I never noticed that. But my, what big opposable thumbs you have.
All the better for holding tools with.
Oh, Grandma, I'm so glad I found you safe. I had quite the adventure getting over here.
Welcome, my child.
Ow! Good grief, Grandma. What strong arms you have.
Oh, the better to hug you with, my dear.
Wait a minute. What sharp fingernails you have.
Oh, the better to dig potatoes with, my dear.
And what large feet you have. I believe you're my grandma. You're the big bad wolf, aren't you?
No, dear, I'm really not.
I don't believe you.
Help, I've fallen and I can't get up.
What have you done with my grandma, you big bad wolf?
Did someone call?
You're the wolf.
At your service.
But if you're the wolf, then who's this?
That's your grandma, if you haven't strangled her already.
Grandma, I'm so sorry. I thought the wolf had eaten you.
Who, me? Eat a granny? I'm a vegetarian. Besides, I only came to help her with her garden.
Really, dear? I think you've been reading too many fairy tales.
I'm so sorry, Grandma.
It's all right. No harm done. Now, it seems I had a message for you. Where did I put it?
In your big apron pocket. You said it was all the better for holding messages in.
So I did. Dear Miss Red Riding Hood, this is to inform you that there is a contest underway among the three princes to see who will be allowed to woo you. Come to the palace for further details. Sincerely, the king and queen.
Why would I be wooed?
To be wed.
No, I am red.
Not red. Wed.
Wed? But I'm not sure I want to be wooed to be wed. I'm too young to be a wedding bride. To tell the truth, I'm really petrified.
Keep a chin up, dear, don't be dread.
Little red will soon be wooed to be wed.
On this night, what can I do? I'm feeling lonely. I'm feeling blue. And I know someday my prince would come. But how could this happen? That there's more than one. On this night, I should be happy. I shouldn't feel. I shouldn't cry. But on this night, I'm truly unhappy. And many tears will surely be shed. Daddy, I'm blue to be wed.
Don't worry, little red. When you walk down that aisle, you will be a vision of beauty.
Don't worry, little red, for I know they'll like your style.
1, 2, 3, only you will know Mr. Right to be love at first sight. Many you
On this night,
Be happy.
I should be happy. I shouldn't feel. I shouldn't cry. I'm truly unhappy. And every tear will surely be shed. Daddy, I'm wooed to be wed.
Now, dear, you must get to the palace right away. The wolf can escort you.
My pleasure.
Oh, all right. I might as well get it over with. Bye.
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 Bye. Now I can have all the cookies to myself.
Hey, do you think the king and queen ever watched My Three Sons? I mean, it's kind of funny. They have 3 sons.
Too bad they don't have a show called My Three Daughters. They could film it at our house.
We have 3 daughters.
You always forget Medium Purple. Although I can understand. She was born during the final episode of Andy Griffith.
You left the house during a season finale?
Of course I didn't. The doctor came here to deliver the baby. In those days, they didn't have TV in the hospital.
That's a relief.
Mom, Dad, may I ask you a question?
It's a commercial break, so I don't see why not.
Medium Purple Riding Hood and I have both written letters to Prince Jason and Prince Justin.
We want them to us instead of Red Riding Hood.
Red Riding Hood.
Right. So we know we can't send the letters via UPS since we need to save all our money for one of those color TVs.
So we were thinking we could deliver the love letters to the palace ourselves.
You mean leave the house? But don't you want to watch TV?
Not particularly.
There's not really anything on.
To think, I would live to see the day when a child of mine would talk like that. Goodness knows, I have tried to raise you right. What else can I do?
Just go before you upset your mother anymore.
Thanks, Dad. You won't regret this.
Look here, your show's back on.
Yay.
If Red Riding Hood makes cookies this good, maybe I should woo her.
It's Red Riding Hood. And I do suggest not marrying over something as simple as flour and sugar.
Emma and I have been talking, and we don't think that we should have to answer the door anymore. I mean, we're ladies in waiting.
So what do you do?
We wait.
Sorry for barging in like this, Your Majesty, but nobody was answering the door.
Who are you?
That's Gerald and his brother Oswald. Hello, boys.
We've been working together for 16 years, Your Majesty, and we're looking for employment.
Have you thought about waiting? It says here on your resume that your only work experience is as a dragon.
That's right, ma'am. We're the best 2-man dragon in the whole kingdom.
But we're hoping to get into another work.
Let me think. You have an odd job, you wear a funny costume, and I'll bet most of the kingdom has never seen you perform. Have you considered going to the Ed Sullivan show?
I have a better idea. Why don't we hire them as doormen at the castle?
Excellent. Take this down to Dragon Resources and tell them that we want you to start right away.
Thank you, Your Majesties.
And while you're down there, why don't you have yourselves knighted?
Click. Gerald and Oswald went straight to the DR department, just as the king and queen requested.
They filled out their W-2s and other knighthood contracts.
They grabbed a bite to eat and changed into their doorman uniforms and read their job description.
Feeling eager and fully prepared, Gerald and Oswald quickly reported for duty to, how shall I say, be heroes at the door. Then answer the door.
Quick.
Oh boy, my first big break in the doorman business. Announcing Ladies Riding Hood, Miss Big Green and Miss Medium Purple.
Very nice.
I love this job already.
Greetings, Your Majesty. We have come to deliver love letters to your sons, Prince Jason and Justin.
We want them to woo us instead of wooing Red Riding Hood.
Red Riding Hood.
Let me think. Love letters to the princes, and your last name begins with H. That would be the fourth door on the left. The staff there will process your request.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Mom, Dad, we're back.
And we have each completed the first 2 tasks.
But we need to know what the third task is.
So we can figure out who gets to woo Red Riding Hood.
Red Riding Hood.
Did I hear someone asking about the third task?
Yes.
I shall set the third task as soon as Red Riding Hood arrives at the palace.
It's Red Riding Hood, and she has arrived at the palace.
Oh, isn't that nice? She must have gotten our invitation.
I do hope you remember to change the sheets on the guest bed.
I hope you remember to rinse out the chamber pot. We were a bit distracted by all that waiting.
Tonight, Red Riding Hood will fall into an enchanted sleep. When morning comes, whoever can wake her will win the third task.
I am stronger than any enchantment.
I'm wiser than any enchantment.
That's all we have to do? Wake her up?
Wake her from an enchanted sleep, and you will win the right to woo Red Riding Hood.
Red Riding Hood.
Come, boys. Let us retire for the evening and await the challenge of the morn.
I think you should get this one.
So, you've set the final task?
That's right.
Now, be honest. You don't really know how to put her into an enchanted sleep, do you?
Well, they won't know if the sleep is enchanted or not. All they have to do is wake her up.
And tell me this. What if Red Riding Hood never falls asleep?
It's Red Riding Hood. And then I guess nobody wins.
Precisely. I shall put this, oh, I don't, where could it be? Oh, thank you guys. I will put this can of cut green beans under Red Riding Hood's mattress. She won't be able to fall asleep, and if she doesn't fall asleep, the princes can't wake her up.
Well, my sons, there she lies in an enchanted sleep.
Who will be the first to try and wake her?
Well,
We're waiting.
I will be the first to wake her, Dad. With my superhuman strength, I will shake her from this enchanted slumber. Good Polly, she's a heavy sleeper.
Now it's gonna be Frank.
I assure you, if she can sleep through my superhuman strength, nothing will wake her.
We'll see about that. With the power of my brilliant mind, I will wake Red Riding Hood.
I'd like to see that.
I know you can hear me, Red Riding Hood.
Red Riding Hood, wise guy!
Red Riding Hood, after an extensive study of the sleep patterns of young maidens, and taking into account your probable diet of the past 2 days,
Oh, get on with it.
and the temperature of the room, I have deduced that by tapping your right hand with my paw, my finger, I can rouse you from this deep sleep.
How long is this supposed to take?
Well, it ought to work instantly.
I'm afraid you too have failed the final task.
I guess Red Riding Hood will sleep forever.
It's Red Riding Hood, Mommy. And what about me?
Oh, well, I suppose you could give it a try, just for fun.
I, Loud Prince Frank, with my incredible supersonic, very princely voice, will wake Red Riding Hood. Red Riding Hood. Wake up!
Golly, how soundly I was sleeping. I didn't fall asleep till almost dawn. That was when I found this.
Egad! A can!
Under my mattress.
Prince Frank has won the final task. Call forth the people of the kingdom so that we may announce his victory and celebrate. Baby. Tell all the royalty in fairy tale land to drop everything and come as quick as they can. Gather all the knights and the fair ladies too, cause we're gonna throw a rocket party for you. Shake it, baby, don't break it. Break it, baby, got a quiver in my liver, gonna have a celebration tonight.
Tell all the people in the villages around that everyone that's anyone is coming to town. Gather all the people in the land of Mother Goose, 'cause we're getting crazy and we gotta break loose and gotta stop it. Stop it, baby, gotta stroll it. Stroll it, babe, gonna kite and fly, gonna have a celebration tonight.
Bumping, got the pals fired up. Keep the good times coming, overflowing my cup. People are hopping and a bopping real fine. Got a crazy little tingle up and down my spine. We're gonna rock it, rock it, baby, gonna roll it, baby, gonna crash, boom, bang till the place kicks in. And then we're gonna raise it up and do it again. We're gonna rock it, baby, gonna roll it, baby. Cocktail night, girl, are you ready for a party tonight?
You'll be cruising for a cruise, and if you're trying to misbehave tonight,
Now we watch boys and girls and gonna have a celebration tonight. Ladies,
and gentlemen,
we are pleased to announce
let's admit it. We are astonished to announce
that Prince Frank has won the right to woo Red Riding Hood.
Mom, Dad, stop the proceedings. Me and Jason have changed our minds.
We were digging through yesterday's pile of love letters when we found 2 that won our hearts.
I wish to woo Big Green Riding Hood.
And I wish to woo Medium Purple Riding Hood.
Well, I used to think that Prince Justin was cuter, but now that I see those glasses on, how would you feel about a nice game of chess?
And I used to think Prince Jason was cuter. Now to see those muscles up close, well, how about a little bit of arm wrestling?
I guess that leaves you and me.
Oh, you are a very nice prince, so I don't want to hurt your feelings, but I'm sorry. I'm just not ready for marriage.
Who said anything about marriage? I was just gonna take you to the sock hop.
The sock hop? That sounds like a pretty big commitment.
Well, if the sock hop's too big of a step, how about a chocolate ice cream at the malt shop?
Now you're talking.
After all, there's more than one way to woo Red Riding Hood.
It's Red Riding Hood. Click. Say, what's this button do?
Oh, that's the happily ever after button. Once you press that, the story will be over.
Click.
Come along, dear. I want to buy TVs as wedding gifts for the girls before I Love Lucy starts.
But can we really afford television for the girls?
Just think of it as buying quality time with our new families.
Click. Click. Sounds like a happily ever after to me.
I concur.
Dramatic click.
That's so kind.